Hey, everybody. That's right. It's me, Ken White, host of the Southside Unicorn Show. Got a little video for you. Wow. You know, they say time flies when you're having fun. In the year 2016, we had to go to the polls to make a selection between now President Donald J. Trump, and Hillary Clinton. Well, the decision couldn't have been more stark. I mean, we knew what was up. I mean, this woman, using bleach bid, shredding stuff up, basically running for president to hide from prosecution. Where have I heard that before? Could that be the same scandal that Obama, please forgive me for that. It is really one and the same. I get so confused when I even think about either one of them, because at this point, with Obama stumping for this man at a drive-through, he getting played out, or he's duplicitous in the crime, y'all. But here we are. Yeah, time flies when you're having fun. We're down to what, like 12 days before we have to make the same decision again against virtually the same issues. Probably worse. I mean, you see all the stuff that's come out in the last few days about the Bidens. Now, I wanted to be really mad at Hunter Biden. We had this little saying, #where's Hunter, and all of that. Guys, I'm ready to say let's leave that young man alone. I mean, he's going to have to face some consequences for what he did. But at the same time, I was sitting there thinking, is it better to have no father at all than to have a father who's weak and corrupt and allows your weaknesses to exist without trying to shore you up, teach you better, make you face the consequences of your poor decisions, and help you where addictions might be an issue? Because, that's a bad, booger right there. Can't really mess with anybody who has a child or a family member struggling with addiction. Thank the Lord God, I don't have that issue in my fam at all. But I couldn't imagine what that would be like. So, not really all about this Hunter anymore. But man, you saw my video a couple weeks ago when I said that Biden was going too far. Who knew the spirit was pulling on me like that? It was pulling on me because it was telling me Biden is all wrong. He's all wrong. But see, there's this thing that we're dealing with. That thing is called free will. And a lot of Americans, or I don't really want to call them Americans anymore, because the issues that divide us truly are divided along patriotism, respect for the Constitution, the preservation of our way of life. So honestly, at this point, we've come all the way down the line. And now we've reached the point in the year 2020, which none of us will ever forget. I remember this song called In the Year 2525. I don't know what that one's going to be like, but I know 2020 is a scound booger. So I don't really want to call them Americans anymore. Those of you who have decided to vote for Biden, for Joe Biden, you've made your decision. You've cast your vote. You've thrown it in, knowing everything you know about that man, knowing all the stuff you see. And yet you're going to try to say something like, oh, it's fake. It's Russia collusion. If any of you have ever seen Animal Farm, those of you who believe in Russian collusion anymore, all you got to do now is just go pick out what kind of animal you're going to be. Because you straight playing a role in Animal Farm if you're going to sit there and believe that Russian collusion has any true gravitas in our country at this time with everything we know. So yeah, here we are 12 days away. We have a man who, that if he was any regular Mo, if it was a regular Mo and his child, they'd already be paying bail to get out of jail, and you know it. So see, America, you are the last choice. You are the last resort. I said this back in 2000. I said this back in 1998, that there would come a day in America where everything would fall into the judgment seat of the regular man and the regular woman. Well, here we are. What you bind us to on November 3rd will bind this nation spiritually and physically. How can you vote for the dismemberment of babies and the selling of baby parts and all the things that actually Kamala Harris and Biden are now about. We literally see, Chinese money in the pocket of the Bidens. I'm not going to preach to you about stuff that you already know. That's not how the Southside Unicorn gets down. I just keep it simple, and I duck in every now and then, and I hit you up with a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is truly the final countdown. I hope and pray that you understand what's at stake. It's like for example, you got Ice Cube and 50 Cent. Now, they've gone ahead and supported President Trump to save their wallet. That's what that's all about. That's a monetary businessman decision. My boy Mo Kelly about wore Ice Cube out on his show. They reminded me of the Crows in the movie The Wiz. You can't win, you can't get even, and you can't get out of the game. That's what they reminded me of, because they were bashing on Ice Cube so hard, saying that because of his old album, Death Certificate, right, that he's a sellout. No, because the bottom line is, when you're a young man, you're going to be a liberal, lefty, whatever. That's just how this thing goes. That's why we got hippies. But when you become a seasoned, mature man, and you don't become a conservative, you're a damn fool. Seriously, you're a damn fool. Because there's nothing on that side of the house that's going to help us. Trump's been president for, we all know the little mantra, he's been president for 47 months, and Biden was in politics for 47 years. Do the math. What did we get out of them? What did we get from it? Jack. And you're going to sit there as a black woman or a black man in the inner city, and you're going to give your vote to Biden and sentence your children to the same crap we just went through for the last 47 years? The hell is wrong with you? I'm sorry that I'm not all flowery like some of my, compatriots. That time is over. What the hell is wrong with you? I did in my video a couple weeks ago, I said Biden went too far when he tried to step on the graves and the memories of those who took their lives from PTSD, one of which was my son. But yet he wants us to always give a damn about him and his sons. The man even wants the people in the coal industry, in the oil industry, he wants them to switch jobs when he gets elected. And he wants them to now be the people who cap off the wells. Do you know how sadistic that is? That you're going to tell a family that has lived off of coal and oil their whole lives, found dignity in that work, you're going to tell them, oh, I'm going to give you another job. I'm going to give you a job putting yourself out of business. What's wrong with you guys? I'm a black man born and raised on the south side of Chicago. I got banned by Twitter today because I spoke my mind about Biden. I said it's very difficult and it's very hard for me not to hate a white liberal. Because I'm a man of God and a Christian, I do everything I can not to hate, because hate is not good. But I was born and raised under these some of my guns. I watched people live and die their lives under the misery that comes from the exhaust of Democrats. I have every reason to hate them. I did everything I could to get out of Chicago and try to ebb out a little bit of life for myself. And if any of you have ever seen this movie called The Never-Ending Story, there was this evil presence called the Nothing. And the Nothing just kept growing and kept coming and kept taking and kept sucking up and destroying. That is socialism. That is Marxism. I have tried to stay one step ahead of white liberal Democrats my whole damn life, because they've never meant me any good at all. I played by the rules because my grandfather told me that was the way to do it. I worked my butt off. I worked so hard when I first opened my own business, I had to have 2 staffs of office people to work in cycle with me, because I was a 19-hour-a-day hustler. And now here we are. 12 days away from everything being taken away from me. They're using this COVID-19 for everything it's worth because we are just letting them. We're just letting them. And now we got a man running for president who, under all other intents and purposes, based on what is on that laptop, he would be in jail. He would be in jail. Google, Twitter, Instagram. I mean, you know, we can go to gamut. Facebook, fascist book, you know. What are they doing? Running cover for him. You young people are enabling this because you act like you don't give a damn. You would look at President Donald J. Trump with the splinter in his eye and forget all about the beam in the eye of the Bidens. That's going to curse you. That's going to come back and bite you in the butt unless you stop playing around. Don't vote for that man. Your vote, and this is the irony of it, especially to young black people, talking about nothing matters and, you know, Black Lives Matters and this is a systemically racist country and all this stuff. You got one chance to prove that that's not true. You can go inside that voting booth or use one of those ballots they have, and you can make the proper choice to give it a real live test, because so far the test is working damn good. President Donald J. Trump has made promises and he's kept them. 4 more years of this man and we will be done. Have you ever tried to flush something down the toilet and it took more than one flush? Woo! Give this man another shot. Let's pull the handle one more time and see how much more of that we can get down the drain. I'm begging you, I am. Because see, my life is attached to this. Because I know what's coming. You bind yourself to Biden, you vote for that man, and you sentence us as President Ronald Reagan warned us, you will be sentencing the world, not just America, the world to 1,000 years of darkness. And what you'll be taking away from yourselves and this nation, it'll cost more than you're willing to pay to get it back once you realize you're wrong. There's only a handful of people who could even in their minds think that voting for Biden is the right thing to do. And trust me, and I'm gonna go out on a limb on that. They're not people that you would really want to know. I'm sorry, but I've come to realize that. They're not people that you really want to know. Not if you believe in freedom, life, liberty. Not if you believe in a true justice system, because my friend, the justice system is on display right now. What is it, 2 systems, 3 systems? I don't know. But with Democrats trying to call the show, it damn sure ain't a one justice system. The very one you're whining about, saying doesn't work for African Americans. It is almost, it's mad making. That you're sitting here talking these things and you're about to empower the very people who created the problem. Please don't do it. What's left of you guys for the next 12 days, because a lot of people did early voting, come on, give America a chance. Get a toilet one more flush, and let's see how much more we can get out of our system. It's time to fix Washington. It's time to heal America, and it's going to happen with your vote. Please use your vote that was pursed with the lives of other people with more seriousness, with more soberness. And don't be voting because, well, I don't like him. Well, I don't like his style. You know what? If you was falling off a cliff and some guy had some stuff on his hand, I bet you still reach out for it. I bet you still stick your hand out and be like, save me, help me. And then when you got up, you'd wash your hand out and be like, oh, man. But not while you about to fall off a cliff. You don't care what's on that man's hand if you want to stay alive. That's the way God gets us sometimes. He'll send us people that are quite peculiar. Don't blow this one, ladies and gentlemen. Don't vote for Biden, please.